Saludos gente, bueno estamos aquí de regreso con Gerald. Lo que pasa también es que he estado pues participando ahí en varias misiones secundarias, he estado subiendo el nivel y pues entendiendo mejor la dinámica de jugabilidad. Pues dentro de ello pues puedo decir que pues cada vez nos adentramos más y ahorita estamos de regreso con el varón para proseguir con la misión principal, Asuntos familiares. Sí, vamos a checar esto porque luego dan misiones. Y las misiones pues también son importantes, ya que con ello pues nos permite mejorar nuestras armas, nuestra armadura y claro nuestra experiencia.
Oswin? Where's Oswin? Anyone seen him?
Believe I saw him heading to the stable.
What?
Fired. You blind? Nobody willing to put it out?
Ain't that simple. Most are afraid. Baron flies into a rage. He takes no prisoners.
My brother's in the stable. We've got to save him. He'll burn alive. Him and the horses.
See what I can do.
Hurry now, quick!
Ah, joder, pues muévete tú, cabrón. A ver, pues vamos a intentar ver qué show.
Looks like rain.
Vengo con el varón. Pero, ¿qué onda con este tío?
You, where
Ah,
do
está
I
él,
know you
claro.
from, eh? Ah, right, the Witcher! Come, drink with me! Pale as a ghost you are.
I know your wife miscarried. Was that before or after you beat her to a pulp?
What the fuck are you suggesting?
Don't play me for a fool. You'd been beating him for years. Finally, they'd had enough and fled. Sound about right?
Ah!
Oh, joder, joder, joder.
They ran from you, didn't they?
Lying prick!
O sea, prácticamente le tengo que ganar sin usar ningún poder ni nada. Y es que sí está cabrón, ¿eh? Por ejemplo, no le quiero atacar. Ah, sí, no me acordaba de la adrenalina. Ah, miren, el pingo todo creo que sí se le puede ganar. Ya, muere, cabrón. Tu lechita y a dormir.
We need to talk.
Bueno, pues creo que nadie apagó el fuego. Les valió madres.
Sit down. You beat them.
I never laid a finger on Tamara. Not once.
And on Anna.
That's another story. She always knew how to spark my ire.
Your wife. How'd she make you angry? Too much salt in the soup? Socks never darned?
20 years we've known each other. She's seen me drunk and sober. She was there to greet me when I returned the victor. She was there to patch me up in defeat. Like no other, she knew where to press, where to pinch, so it would hurt.
You beat her? For that? For criticizing you?
Oh, Witcher, you haven't a clue, have you? Well, perhaps I shall tell you about it one day. One day, but not today.
Expect me to believe you were a loving father to Tamara after that scene in the courtyard?
You're free to believe whatever you wish, but she was always the apple of my eye. She had the run of the place, ask anyone. She'd ride the horses, hunt with the men, at times join them on their rounds. And they'd sent for her when I flew into a rage, for only she could calm me.
Make it sound like she led a charmed life. If that's the case, why'd she run?
I'd hardly need you if I knew.
You knew they had run away from the start.
Yes, I knew.
Why didn't you tell me? Wasted my time.
Say I had. Say I'd said I had troubles. Couldn't control my wife, my daughter. What kind of flaccid prick would you take me for?
Tell me everything you remember about the day they fled. The truth this time.
I'd been soaking myself 3 days straight. Anna came to me, said they were leaving. I begged them to stay. She refused to hear it. I tried to stop her. She wriggled like an eel. We struggled. She fell. Last blasted thing I remember. Woke up in the morn, breeches heavy with my own piss. A large bump on my head. Sadly, they were gone. Know what that's like, Witcher? No. How the fuck could you? I was left with nothing. Nothing! Only the bottle.
Signs of a fight in the room. Hole in the wall, wine all over the landing. Was that you?
We tussled. She tried to whack me on the noggin with a candlestick, but kept missing. Hit the wall and a pillar instead. I staggered backwards onto the table, spilled the wine, slipped and tumbled. Anna used that moment to flee. She rushed down the stairs, still clutching that damn candlestick. I caught her on the landing. We fell. I thought I had her. Then she turned and smacked me in the head. I blacked out. Don't know what happened next. When I came to, I was alone.
Tamara present for all this? She see you quarrel?
Through the doorway, perhaps. She didn't enter the room. Shame, too. Things might have turned out differently. The sight of her always calmed me.
What happened next?
Next, it only got worse. I awoke at sunset, not knowing how many days had passed. Thought it was all a ploughing, drunken nightmare. And then I went to the bedchamber, but Anna was not there. Instead, there was blood everywhere. I knew she'd miscarried. My breath short, my throat locked. I neared the bed and saw it. It lay there, a tiny thing, defenseless, on bloodied sheets, dead. And it was my doing.
Maybe you're doing, maybe not. But that amulet she wore could be important. Or maybe the fact that she lost it. What did you do with the child?
What was I to do? Took it out and buried it.
Just like that?
Damn you! I gave no thought to a funeral. It was a horror. I wanted it to end. That child had been my dream. I told Anna, the little one, our little one, to make things right. Yet she died before she could be born. Understand, Witcher? My child was dead.
Get hold of yourself. Men like you, when they break down, look downright pathetic.
You're a heartless bastard.
Mutations worked then. But here's the good news. Your dead child might help us find the one who's still alive. And your wife.
What? How?
Sometimes miscarried fetuses, if they don't get a proper burial, turn into botchlings.
Into fucking what?
A cursed creature that draws strength from killing pregnant women. Once it's strong enough, it attacks those who scorned it.
But how? How does it know?
Blood ties. They're a strong bond. A bond I want to use to find your family.
How?
One of two ways. Legends claim you can bury a botchling under the family's threshold, perform a ritual and turn it into a lubberkin. That's a sort of, hob, a guardian spirit that could lead me to your family.
And the other way?
We kill it and draw some blood. Take that to the Peller and he does the rest.
Do not kill my child. It's suffered enough already. Lift the curse that it may finally rest in peace.
Still not sure what to do.
Whatever you decide, we must put an end to my child's suffering.
Whatever we do, we gotta find the botchling first.
I'll show you where I buried her, and I'll dig the grave at my threshold.
If it turns out we can't transform the botchling into a lubberkin, they can bury us in it. Handy either way. Need to tend to something first.
Be quick. And me? What am I to do in the meantime?
Sober up.
Bueno, pues hay un par de misiones que también necesito
ready.
checar con este tío. Vamos a
The sooner we resolve this, the better. Best do it tonight at midnight.
Then wait here with me. Near midnight, I'll take you to where I buried her.
Get word to the common folk. Ought to stay in their homes tonight and draw a line of salt outside their doors.
Do I take a shovel to dig up the grave?
Take it. You'll need it, but not for that.
A bit further. Follow me.
Bueno, pues proseguimos
You give
para
the child a name?
encontrar el malogrado.
Why would we?
Mistake. Names are powerful seals.
Y bueno,
Here's the
pues,
spot.
Chose a lovely spot.
Damn it, will you relent? I'm ploughing now I've done wrong.
Good. The grave's dug up and empty.
What's that mean?
Botchling's on the prowl.
Look!
Take it in your arms, quick.
And if it goes garroting, it'll bite us in the arse before we know it.
Keep screaming and it will turn rabid. It's calm for now.
Bloody hell. What happens when it gets plowing restless?
It'll bite through your jugular, and you'll bleed to death before I can help. Tell me if it starts wriggling. I'll calm it with magic. Pick it up. Take it in your arms.
Good merciful gods.
Back to the fortress.
What? With this?
As I recall, you were the one wanted to test the old legends, change it into a lubberkin.
Oh, fuck.
Vale, esa cosa está de la mierda. No sé si han escuchado el dicho de todos los bebés son hermosos. Nadie les ha presentado unos como estos. Un margo dorado, un margo dorado. Pues nos vamos al castillo a ver qué show. Muévete, tío, si querías que no te vieran, pues creo que lo estás haciendo muy mal. Oigan, pero si tiraron ahí, bueno, más bien si pusieron su rayita de sal, pues creo que la lluvia se lo llevó, ¿no? Pero qué miedo.
Specters. Botchling scent attracted them.
Y ya se murió el tío.
Do something!
Los que vienen por esta cosa. Qué bueno que mejoró esta cosa, la trampa. Me están dando a mi madre. Tío. Échales un fueguito. Todavía hay otro. Necesito que me baje vida. Ahí está. Ahora ya no necesito que me baje vida. Me atoré. Vamos para acá. A ver, batalla.
It's writhing something fierce. Can't hold it. Calm it somehow. Oh.
Es un brujo chingón. Y recuerden que también estamos en la máxima dificultad. Nivel de dificultad, marcha mortífera. Entonces no la he cambiado desde que empecé porque pues, evidentemente voy por el trofeo. Que
The tales are true. Tomorrow will be a lubberkin. From then on, I'll watch over your house and help me find your family.
Pero como les dije, cada vez me estoy volviendo más poderoso y pues entendiendo mejor la mecánica de combate, pues evidentemente estamos por encima de los desafíos, o casi de la mayoría, porque también hay algunos otros que...
Need to hurry.
Pues,
On with it, or not wait till they devour us.
Damn it.
Ven para acá, maldita perra. Y necesito que me golpee. Ah, no, pero no hay otro. Ok, ya me golpeaste. Ahora sí,
Squirming again, like a daft eel. I cannot hold it.
una anguila.
Worked. It stopped.
Vale,
Chosen
lo
a
hemos
name.
superado.
No,
So think of one. It's important.
it's a girl. What would Anna have named her?
Ni idea. qué número. No, la verdad no.
What now?
Repeat after me. By the powers of earth and sky.
By the powers of earth and sky.
By the world that was to be your home.
By the world that was to be your home.
Forgive me, you who came, but who I did not embrace.
Forgive me. You who came, but who I did not embrace.
I name thee, say her name, and embrace thee as my daughter.
I name thee Daya, and embrace thee as my daughter.
Good. Now bury the body.
What now?
In 1 day's time, Dea should turn into a lubberkin. I'll stay here and wait. You go home.
I'll wait with you.
Out of the question.
But that's my child. And the guilt, the responsibility for all this, lies with me.
Time for parental impulses? It's long past. Besides, nothing else you can do here.
But
No buts. Just Witcher's work left to do here. Gotta wait a day and a night for the botchling to turn into a lubberkin. That's it. Go home. And try not to drink yourself stupid again.
Y también hay otra donde hay que ganarle una carta al varón. Entonces, a ver si tenemos ahí un par de cosas todavía que hacer antes de proseguir.
So Ciri was here.
Sí, estuvo aquí.
The Natural Obscurity of Curses by Lydia Van Bredevoort. Dedication for Baron and his wife. Seems they have friends in high places in Vizima. Ciri must have used these. Looks like she left in a hurry. The spinning top. Gretka's toy.
Thistle. Thistle.
So you're Gretka.
I am. And you're Gerald.
How do you know?
Because you've white hair and a medallion shaped like a wolf. Ciri told me about you.
You and Ciri talked a bit, didn't you?
We did.
Did she say where she was going, or what she came here to look for?
She said she was looking for you and a sorceress. But you're here, so I guess she didn't find you. I wonder if she helped that friend of hers.
Ciri wanted to help a friend? Any idea who it was?
What do you mean, who? Her friend. She said he was in trouble and that she had to save him.
Do you know where Ciri is?
No. One day I bought her breakfast and she was already gone. The Baron told me she'd left.
Didn't ask where she'd gone?
I did. But he said I was too little and I wouldn't understand. But Ciri left me a gift.
A gift?
Yes, this. A green stone.
Beautiful as gifts go. Hide it well, don't show it to anyone. It's worth a lot. Look familiar?
My top. Where'd you find it?
Ciri's room.
We'd play in her room sometimes. I was sad one day, and Ciri carved it for me. Such a shame she had to leave.
Thanks, Gretka. Have fun.
I'm not playing. I'm helping.
By blood's power I summon you. With your name I beseech you. Hear my call and arise, Dea. Lead me to those bound to you by blood.
Vale, pues esto sí se puso un tanto raro porque hay un bebé iluminado volador que se le hace llamar la doméstica.
Come on, Roach.
Literal, un bebé volador iluminado.
That's it,
Mío, se los
Roach.
vendo.
Where's your train? Let me live. Slow now. Whoa!
Vale, entonces el bebé el camino y se dirige a esta casa.
Let's go.
Sure wasn't lavender they kept in there. Might be worth looking around, though.
Con tus sentidos arácnidos.
A bracelet. One of them must have dropped it. Clothing. They change in here.
¿Qué onda? Pero eso está destruido. ¿Y qué se supone que es esto?
Horseshoe. No way a pitch burner could afford a horse. Both were here. I'm going the right way. No way a pitch burner could afford a horse. Wants to show me something more.
Vamos, apúrate, cosita iluminada. Muéstrame.
Slow now.
Necrophages had a field day. Still worth a closer look. Should examine that horse carcass. Damn, you're ugly. What do we have here? Bones have been here a while. Chewed on the saddle. Necrophages will eat anything these days. Giant claws. Wasn't a necrophage made these marks. Horseshoes missing. Is this the animal that lost one in the smokehouse? Head torn clear off. Takes incredible strength. Must have been attacked by a powerful beast. Surprised him. Hope they got away. Trail goes on. Good thing it doesn't end here.
Bueno, pues hemos llegado a otra casa.
A fisherman's hut. Seems she wants me to take a closer look.
Okay. Pescadorcito.
Who's that? The room. Go on now.
What you seek here, sir? Our hut's out of the way. Woeful. We has nothing. We knows nothing.
Just need information. Looking for 2 women. The Bloody Baron's wife and daughter.
Not a soul have been here, sir.
Sure? Not even passing through? Daughter's medium height, about 20. Her mother's thin, about 40. Seen them?
That sir came at night, right, Mummy? Quiet, boy.
Where'd the girl go? Your son said enough. No point in playing dumb anymore.
Sorry, sir, but you don't look like one of our father's men.
Because I'm not. I'm looking for Tamara and her mother. I need to know if they're alive and safe.
Tamara is high. She's to my brother's place in Oxenford. But Mrs. Anna, that's another tale. Though anywhere's better than the crow's perch with the Baron.
Why?
Cause he beat her, sir. Beat Mrs. Anna, I mean. Everyone knew, but not a one lifted a finger for to stop it.
Where'd the girl go? Your son said enough. No point in playing dumb anymore.
Stop
Because...
though.
Why?
Cause
What happened to Tamara's mother?
twere like this. I was awaiting in the old smokehouse with horses. Cold as hell and so dark, couldn't see past 2 ells in front of you. The moon had risen high, and still they hadn't come. Began to fear some demon had snatched them. But finally, they came forth, and we sets off towards the river. Suddenly, out of nowhere, a gale arose. Thought it'd tear my head off. And those damn birds, swarms of them coursing o'er the woods, raising a racket to make your ears bleed. Mrs. Anna screamed, bent over into herself. Tamara knelt down, gripped her arms. 'Twere then I saw it. Fiery marks on her hands.
What marks?
These, well, like burned on with hot iron. On the palms, inside.
Burned? Like a cattle brand?
Aye, though these wasn't black scars scabbed over. They's hot and glowing, as if they burned with raw fire.
Fine. What happened next?
Grew even darker. Seemed someone had put out the stars. Crickets all went silent of a sudden. And then, from the woods, a roar. Broke out in a cold sweat, and before I could catch my breath, a beast jumped out of the woods, big as a barn, with horns and 2 burning coals for eyes. I thought I was done for. Beast attacked Mrs. Anna's horse, ripped its head off, carried her off into the woods. Our horses, mine and Miss Tamara's, got spooked and tore off willy-nilly. 'Twere the only reason we escaped.
The miss wanted to go back for her mother, but my wife pleaded, said she'd die out there alone. Miss Tamara agreed not to go.
Why help them at all? You risked a lot.
I'd a debt. Owed Miss Tamara. 3 moons passed, a fever gripped my boy. We thought he was done for. Tamara alerted, brought food and salves. We're poorer than dirt itself. She saved my boy. No 2 ways about it. Me, myself, I'd have never dared to help. But my missus told me a time of war and contempt's come. A time of folk gone wrong. We needs to repay good with good. Who stands by idly does evil as if.
Married a wise woman.
Crying shame we couldn't save Mrs. Anna in the end.
Thanks for your help.
The lady. She'll be all right in the end, won't she?
I'll do what I can to see that she is.
Para ver si podemos matar a sea lo que sea.
So here our paths diverge. Thank you, Dea. Go in peace. Looks like rain.
Vale, pues ahí tenemos el indicio de dónde está la hija. Hay que hablar con el varón para pues darle la supuesta noticia. Y en cuanto a la otra chava, pues como les comentaba, hay que primero identificar su captor y después pues ver qué es de ella. Así que eso lo vamos a dejar para un siguiente episodio. Yo soy DERCA y nos vemos en el siguiente video. Hasta la próxima.